For sure, for day trades, or even to get a better entry on things sometimes, for sure. Yeah. I mean, if I take Apple here short, which I want to, and it goes up higher, I'm gonna have to sit through some drawdown, right? So and you would have to sit through some drawdown, but you can't predict this stuff. So you just you average in. Okay, everything's going good on that end. Now let's label up the screen here. Happy Monday, yes. So, how many of you last week, at any point, I'd be proud of you if you did this at any point. How many of you last week reworked your portfolios, your holdings, your standings, such that either you're just simply all in cash, or you at least cut things that were growth and maybe kept value, or you just repositioned into defensives, and or even grabbed countermeasures, things that will go up should this shit continue to hit the fan. Uh, probably you'd have to have attended my class the week before or Thursday night, where we continue to talk about what to do in those situations. Okay, good job, Daniel. Cashed the living fuck out of longs. Yeah, absolutely, Daniel. Yeah, and the thing is, um, that's a great place to start. To assume that your longs are gonna uh, switching to cash, right? But then to make money on things going down, right? Level one, like beginner's way to do that is to reverse what you had long because you figure they're going to go down, right? The problem there is that why that's beginner, why that's amateur, is you're still going after stuff that goes up. Why would you go after stuff that goes up when the market's going down? It's like that's going to have too much resiliency, resistance, support, still retaining demand. They're going to do good. We're going to try and short Apple. Yes, there's lots of cool opportunities out there. But, level 2, level 3 of doing that right is going short things that are going down. They've been going down, and now this is just going to just crush them, right? So, it's still a bit counter trend tradey, low quality to go short things that go long, like SPY. That's another thing that's been long. Better countermeasure because SPY could just go up on you. Things that go up can just go up. That's a problem. Things that go down won't. It's like wow, right? So wow. So get space and lemonade, and I have a whole bunch of picks. Beely, AMC, GME. I mean, and then the bear market, it just turns up the volume on it. Anyway, I got to keep labeling here. Just wanted to highlight that point. Hello, you guys over on Twitch and YouTube. Make sure you say hello this morning. Am I picking any Tesla up at this price? No. My price target on Tesla, well, maybe. My price target on Tesla has been 880 for a while, and we're here now. So maybe I'll take a look at that. Okay, Brianne, I'll take a look at that. Good morning. I think. Change. Yeah, Palantir. I mean, pick stuff that's bearish and not stuff that just turned bearish because of the bear market and things that are like bearish and crappy in the last week. Stuff that's been going down for months. The better the quality you can get at that, the better you can get at that, better the quality of your picks are. All right, we've got 15 minutes. And that one, EXTN, to me, is actually looking pretty good. It's well above WAP. If it doesn't fail out, this market's not giving it any help. That's for sure. Yeah, the different economic information can create whiplash in direction as well. Sammy, good morning, and Strong Zombie, good morning. Okay, I'm gonna go live on TikTok too, you guys. Oh, and my face a bit bigger here. I'm too tiny, apparently. Right. Supposedly this is gonna be better. I gotta get up on in there. All right. What's this? Krakatoa? The volcano? Oh yeah, I love that one. The shockwave hits the boat. That came up on my TikTok. For some reason, I'm not saying I'm obsessed with volcanoes or tsunamis, but maybe I am. Come on, we all have an obsession with natural disasters. I'm not the only one, am I? I'm not the weirdo here. I still see, but they made a movie out of the Boxing Day tsunami. A really good one. A family that was torn apart by the tsunami, thought fully dead, and finally reunited by the end of the movie. Really, really good one. I forget what it's called. It's like called The Miracle or something. Definitely did, Ben. Yeah, I definitely did. Like live. I just sat there on the couch just watching it. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, all right. So we're live across all networks. Good morning, everybody. Apple might be at target before we buy puts. I know. No, it's pulling up a little bit right now. It's acting a little bit resilient. Don't worry. Don't worry. But the writing was on the wall Friday on Apple. First price target 140. Potential typical move on that pattern 123. Man. And I love it. And the setup is absolutely perfect. So if it doesn't go our way, it was just, the percentage chance that it didn't work out. But if it goes our way, it's because absolutely everything is on our side on that trade. Yeah, exactly, Ben. It was strangely meditative, just watching magma fly out. All right, do you guys think I need an espresso? Oh yeah, that's good. Don't forget an espresso, Anthony. Yeah, that is perfect. What was my first owned stock? Jeez. Well, when I was 8, my mom gave me the Investors Business Daily and asked me to start to read that, and she started giving that to me every day to look at it, and I was like, what's a PE ratio? What's this PE? And she's like, I don't know. And so I had to figure it all out, and this was before the internet, and so I had to read through the paper just to start to learn. Like I learned by the conversations that were being talked about, right? So then I learned what the PE ratio was and all that good stuff anyway. So I told her to buy, I told my mom when I was 8 to buy Apple. And when Netflix came along, I told her to buy Netflix as well. So anyway, she's rich now. That worked out really, really good. Well, I know, and I can thank my mom for that. Someone said that's awesome that I started at such a young age. And that's be a good parent to your kids. Get them started too. It's harder this day, harder these days. But if you can attract them with the fact that they can make money, and then the moment they do anything that makes money, anything, whatever, just give them that money right away. Take them to the toy store and let them pick out a toy with the money they made, right? Because they would, trust me, boom, you've got them hooked. Like if you go fishing, you want to learn to fish, right? It's your first time fishing. Mark, you can probably, I don't know, maybe semi-relate to this. You got to catch a fish. You got to catch a fish or you'll forever hate fishing. But then once you catch a fish, I'd like to go fishing again. Right? All right. So anyway, good morning, everybody. We've got only 8 minutes until the open. I'm kind of digging the chart on EXTN for momentum, but what I don't like is the whole market. The entire market. The weather today on the seas is not looking too good. So we shall see which way it goes in just 8 minutes here. 7 more minutes until the market opens. So we're looking at EXTN, which is looking kind of okay. BTBD popped up 1,000%, but faded all the way back down to it's almost back to $2 start right now. We're going to short Apple today. That is that we are going to get into a longer short, 2 months. We need at least 2 months time. Still, if it goes in your direction at any time, you can roll that out for more time. So you don't have to buy 2 months right away. If you can't afford it, you could buy a 1 month put. I highly recommend you do that not out of the money or at the money, but with an in the money option. And when the thing goes the right way, it's going to have profit packed into it that you can now use to buy a lower, same in the money distance, farther out option. You can roll out with the profits. Ooh, EXTN's easy to borrow. Ooh, you guys get to have fun. I'll tell you what, though, it's a good idea to be in long something, though. You need to countermeasures against this. You understand? Or you're going to get, you could get that screwed by the market having a good day one of these days. You could be set up all short. And if you haven't hedged your portfolio against the market potentially going up one of these days unexpectedly, then you're going to, be too exposed. Deep in the money or right in? What you mean, Anthony? Look, listen to this, Anthony. Ideally, this is what you want. Something where the extrinsic value, if you can figure out intrinsic and extrinsic value, either in your mind with calculation, you can just see it, or you have that in your column somewhere. If you can get it to where the extrinsic value is only 10% of the cost of what you're paying for, that's going to be about 0.80 delta. 0.06 delta. That's pretty funny. Deep in the money puts. Oh, Anthony, I think possibly you're looking at the calls. You need to go to the other side of your options chain over to puts. But yeah, Apple short, looking so tasty. Wish I could have got it on Friday. Can thank who was it? Nicole, member who is back with us, one of our best members, back after a hiatus. But today, apparently, and tomorrow and Wednesday, she's going to be working hard at work. But she reminded me that Apple is right at the teetering point. Your portfolio? Oh, fantastic. Holy cow, Daniel, you've got it perfectly balanced. Way to go. And is that on beta weighted SPY, Delta? Yeah, TA. Yeah, no, it's a bunch of things. They recently announced the Apple Car, and when this pattern happens, uh, after an announcement, it's a sign of a breakdown and a retest of the previous pivot before the news, and so that's 140. Yeah, yeah. The market is down to four. The SPY just hit like 430. I mean, we are all prepared. Every member in my group is prepared. We got all out of things and into into shorts and puts. We're ready. We have 3 minutes and 20 seconds to the market opens. And in fact, I'm overweighted down. I need to find some longs. I'll do that later today. How's everybody doing over on TikTok? Right. Glad you got your Apple Put Friday. Johnny, how many days did you get it for? What's your expiration? Here goes EXTN. EXTN, the potential momentum trade this morning before the open, pushing up. Did anybody catch that? OZSC, says somebody. Nope, that's no good. All right, we've got 2 minutes until the market opens. All right, Mahusan. Can you retroactively purchase a put for a stock that is down that you have lost money on? Oh yeah, you can go back in a time machine and buy it. I'm being funny. No, of course not. No, yeah, I know you're probably being funny too because using the word retroactively. Nope, you can't do that. That would be beautiful. All right, today's Friday. I'm putting my put in. What's my opinion on NFTs? Think way ahead. Don't buy anything that you can't see will have value in 10 or 20 years. That'd be your safest bet probably in the NFT space. All right, we've got 1 minute until the market opens. Oh, BTBD, yeah, probably done. But this EXTN, it just tried and failed to break out for a second time. That's a really bad sign. You never know what happens when the market opens. We got 50 seconds until the market opens, though. So let's see what happens. Hey, this could go from 5 to 6 or 7 in 2 minutes on the market open. You just don't know. So be ready on EXTN for potential quick scalp. Play extremely defensively. Your stop should be 450. Okay, actually 470. 470. So if you get in, get out at 470. And I would not get in until it breaks 515. Okay, 515 is the trigger point. Thanks for the likes. Looks like 621 likes. Thank you very much. If you guys want to like more on TikTok, of course, I welcome the likes. Thank you. Health before wealth. Yes, and wealth before dreams. Definitely. All right, here we go. Market is open. Okay, EXTN is not moving too much. It's at 483. And I'm going to start getting ready to get Apple before it gets away from me. I'll buy more if it goes up in the next few days, but I'm going to get my first entry. Already have it up and ready to go. Strikes pre-selected. Already done all my research before the market opens. EXTN is being acquired. I believe, was it, or was that a rumor, John? And by the way, so therefore, what is the acquired price? I'm guessing it's $5 a share, or 5.25, or 5.50. Okay, so then you can avoid EXTN if that is the case. All right, I'm in Apple short for 2 months. That is what I got. Starting there, and we'll see how it plays out. I'm going to add after I have more information. So the market is attempting to hold right here. It's going sideways at the open. And this is what I'm telling you. It could still be considered a down day if we open way down, like we just did, open way down, and we could even retrace all the way back up and have a green directional day all the way back up to even like the middle of Friday's candle. And overall in the chart, however, that will still be lower lows and lower highs. So it can be very tricky to try to be a directional trader, a trend trader, any day. Every day, there's a little bit of a trick to it. No, Apple for puts. Apple for puts for 2 months of puts. And right now, the market's just going sideways, nice and tame. Do I think the market will go down if more, what is this? If more news about Russia comes out about war? Absolutely. I just can't see why that's a positive. I think that's going to negatively affect many factors. Wow, what is that bright red blinking behind me? Okay, that's cool. We're going to go blinking today. Yeah, absolutely. Somebody says NVIDIA is pumping, so if you're interested in NVIDIA. All right, everybody on TikTok, I'm going to switch over to our members only feed. So thank you for joining us this morning. If you're interested in joining our trading group, you can just come on in. The link is over in my bio. So you just got to go over to my profile and then click the link in my bio, and then you can just come on into our group. And hope to see you there. Okay, so that's enough for the TikTok this morning, depending on how the market's going. And it is going really well for us because we've positioned to make money on the downside. I'm already up 15% on my portfolio, which is very good. All right, hope to see you guys in the TikTok, in our trading group. See you soon, TikTokers. Whew. All right, now we had a TikTok off our back. Shh, tell them we already got one. Brian, do you have a bow target on it? PTPI up with news on entering agreement with Patheon Pharmaceutical. All right. Looking good, looking good. Looks like a firm AFRM is working out best for me right now of my shorts. Have any of you lined your portfolio with good bearish positions or downside hedge? All right, Mark. And is that working out for you? There can be a day where it doesn't, but if you hold fast and continue to let them bake in the oven, that should work out. Oh yeah, says Mark. And then get good at cutting things when they don't fully work out. You got to understand, cutting pivot points or just have a method of some kind to exit. You'll get that. If you're new to the group here, we've got the market mastery, and there's lots of ideas in there for how to get out. After a long time, you can sort of choose what exit method you want in that moment. Sometimes things match up in weird ways, like a day trading style exit might be something you think about for a swing trade daily chart analysis. Yeah, trend measuring, pivot points. I mean, just put it all together, and if you continue to learn and you continue to assimilate all techniques and knowledge, you just make wiser decisions, and that's all it's about. There's a certain point where you start making decisions and you start making money on trades. Like you start winning and you're like, Jesus, maybe I've got this down. And then you start losing. And that's because, let's say there's 10 things that you need to master. You just mastered 2 of them, and the other factors didn't factor during those 2, and it worked out. But there's always more to learn. The more you learn, the tighter your results will get, the more consistent and tighter your results will get. But there's always a lot to learn. I tell people that there's literally so much to learn about the stock market that you couldn't learn it all in one lifetime. And that's absolutely true. You have to kind of specialize. Because there's just no way you can learn everything. And anybody who tells you that they understand everything, like, come on. They've got to be a genius, really. Like, I mean, it's possible. But for us, main folk, no, there's no way you could learn everything about the stock market in a single lifetime. Like these guys on the news and stuff, they have a general cursory knowledge of everything, and maybe not even everything. And then they have some good knowledge about some things, and of course they know a lot about a couple of other things. But nobody really knows everything about the market. There's always something to learn. Bonds, yields, spreads, fundamentals, cash flow and discounted cash flow analysis, the VIX. I mean, it just goes on and on. I'm not like, I couldn't tell you because I don't know everything. I couldn't tell you what I don't know because I don't know it. But I know that there's stuff I don't know. And that's what keeps me out of trouble. Generally speaking. Looks like GME is activating to the downside. I have some short on GME. Pulling in some results here. GME hitting 99. Okay. And like I said, a firm for me is working out. Put that down here. Today, a firm having a red day. Down to 53. So we're safe on Apple. Apple's kind of going up today. It's grinding up gently. The market too. The market has like just found this level and it's just like hanging out here. that there's going to be a potential for it to just rip everyone's heart out at some point today. At some point, So, be careful. I have some SPY puts in another portfolio. I'm going to go ahead and take profits here. I'll put them back on if the market continues to go down. But if it doesn't, then I've hit, kind of max bottom there. And that's what one sec, just going to write a message. Typing with flair. All right. It's Dusty. You mentioned Microsoft being a good long-term investment. Yes, it absolutely is. What are your thoughts on it short term, 1 to 2 months? Bearish. Microsoft at this point, after 40 years, is somewhere. Oh, PIXY. Brian says PIXY just broke out $1.66. You could get an entry with a stop at $1.40. So 25 cents of risk on PIXY, PIXY. Yep. No, you can even get in right there at like $1.60, Preston. But calculate your stop to about 1.35. No, even 1.4. But look, it's already. Yeah, it's starting to go. Okay, I'm gonna pull it up on the high speed setup here. I was saying something though, about the market. Microsoft. Microsoft, after 40 years, has become more and more of a value stock, but still not quite. They've got lots of innovation left, so there's growth there, but it's like 90-10 or 80-20. So Microsoft is going to be nice and resilient to drops compared to other things as well. So Microsoft's just a great place to invest. However, yeah, near term, short term, 2 months, probably down. I haven't done the chart analysis on it, but it's not impervious to everything that's going on. Yeah, there we go. It's in fact from 318, it was a short. It was a triple top and then a neckline head and shoulder breakdown at 318, and it's now at 290. So we missed that, but we've got that today on Apple, you guys. So that's what's going to go on Apple. Is the exact same thing, but down to the other direction. Let's take a look at sectors, you guys. You're all out of what? Pulled 2R. Okay. Okay, good job, Steve. All right. See you next time. Let's pull up the sectors and see if we can notice right off the bat if anything has reversed. Any relative strength sectors have reversed. We want to know that because we want to continually reposition our portfolio. And look at that, consumer staples in the lead. So XLP continuing to turn out to be a fine place relative to everything else going on in the market to be long. Not necessarily that it's going to provide return on a day like today, but it's going to be resilient on a day like today. In relative strength terms, it's holding strong better than anything else out there. And on good days, it's probably going to take off. Let's zoom up here so we can really get a sense of this. So energy has kind of leveled off in relative strength. For the moment, it's like not where it's at. Uh, but utilities and real estate are strengthening even more. So we continue to get utilities and also communications and industrials. All right, listen up. Here's the list. The things that continue to strengthen right now are XLP, consumer staples. Second place, and quite bullish, utilities, XLU. Now, that doesn't mean you can go to their charts. They might be down today, but relatively speaking, they're down the least across the entire market. You see what I'm saying? So, okay. So don't be too dissuaded. Third place, XLRE, real estate. Real estate definitely reversed and breaking out and on an uptick and an uptrend. Right? And then industrials, XLI, industrials, XLI. And then communications, XLC. We're getting really close to crash-like signature here, because consumer staples are becoming the strongest, and it looks like XLY, consumer discretionary, is becoming the weakest. So that means nobody's buying anything with excess money, because likely they don't have excess money right now. That's a bad economic sign. That's a bad economic indicator, right? And that the only thing that's being bought right now is toilet paper. That nice big brown line there running up the screen. PIXY, you guys still in it around 160s, in the 160s. It's holding those 160s. Let's keep an eye on PIXY. Is 426 still the Kraken for SPY? Yes, but there was a Kraken release on Qs today, wasn't there? Let me go take a look, because I know that the Qs were really, really close. And it's possible that the Dow and industrials, yeah. On the Qs, 350 was the break point, and we broke it today. So the Kraken has been released on tech. No, tech is now long term, not in an uptrend. Well, medium term. Okay, so listen to that. Tech is now medium term, not in an uptrend, and short term bearish. Now, tech would need to. We can't really update the fact whether or not tech is medium term bearish yet until we get like 2 or 3 more months, because medium term obviously implies we're trying to get a little bit of a larger analysis on that. For me, medium term is 3 months. Medium term is 3 months. When we talk medium term, we're talking 3 to 6 months, 3 to 9 months, but 3 months is the minimum amount of information you need to say where something's going medium term. Short term, in the last 5 weeks, the Qs are 100% bearish. Short term, 100% bearish. You see, because that's short term, that could end on a dime. Just got an alert on IRTC entrance. Let's see if that's correct. No, it's back down at where an alert line was after having gotten out. So I'm just going to remove that alert line. Okay. Yeah, GME must be much lower now. Where is it there? 97, because my puts on GME are doing great. And then AFRM. AFRM continues to be an excellent short that I'm in. AMC is now down to around $15. You know, those poor souls who are still holding from 70, 60, I mean, forget it. They're gone. They're off the mark. They're not in the stock market anymore. They probably YOLO'd, up there. Man, not my fault. I try to save you guys. I try to save these people, but truth be told, the market doesn't really have enough regulation on how much you ought to know uh, before you risk your money on it. They just sort of say, hey, I mean, like, for example, I watched the show Gold Rush, right? I love the gold mining analogies. 100 years ago or 150 years ago, if you wanted to go gold mining, you just went, and thousands of people died. Whether they were murdered or just because of conditions or they didn't know what they were doing, uh, died. I mean, like mortal death. Like you talk about YOLOing. Yeah, that's the full on YOLO right there. So, is that the right way to go? Is that the American spirit? Oh, it'd be nice if people had to pass a test to open an account of a certain size, maybe, of a mortally wounding size, if you're gonna potentially lose more than maybe like $10,000 or something. KSS kind of grinding up now. KSS in an uptrend. If you want to get some calls on KSS, maybe it'll run. But I would stop out at 61.70, which is kind of close by. If it stops out, because that would be a pivot reversal. All right, the market turning down now again. And the VIX is hitting 35, guys. This is pretty huge. Wow. That's the highest level the VIX has hit since January of last year. Like, this is like insurrection levels of VIX right now. Yeah. And if we go over to SPY, I don't know if you guys can see, but the RSI, not the RS, the RSI on SPY, way down at levels not seen except during the beginning of the pandemic drop. So this could be the beginning of whatever drop this is. We don't know, add Russia to it and maybe China invades Taiwan. And yeah, I'll switch mics. Hello. Add Russia to it, and then maybe China invades Taiwan, and this market ain't going up. So I'm going to rebuy those SPY puts. I guess was a good idea to have just kept them. Would have been a better idea to just have kept them. But that's what I'm going to do right now. Get a little bit more protection across the board. I already got VIX and gold and all this stuff in my portfolio. So in that particular portfolio. And looks like zeros and tilt also up a smidge today. I think those are going to continue to go up as bonds become more attractive. Where are you going to put your money, during when equities are going down? Well, bond market gets kind of hot. It becomes kind of a nice place to put your money because it has a guaranteed return. So demand for the bond market goes up. So zeros and tilt, CROZ and TLT will go up, in really bad times. Like what's going on right now is perfect.
Moments like these are just like refueling moments, in your portfolio. We're not playing the stock. And if you haven't noticed lately, we're not doing too much day trading. Mostly we're simply positioning our portfolios to fill up the tanks uh, while conditions worsen or continue to be bad. Gil, are you in here? Yeah, you were just typing in the group. PIXY, just forget it. It's not looking too good. Broke down at 160. The breakdown at 165 there was not good. It looks like it popped to 180. If you were watching it, hopefully you got that. If you were in it, and then you got out at like 165 breakdown. Can you see how that's a pivot breakdown? So forget it on PIXY. But Cole's continuing to grind up. Did anybody get into Cole's KSS on calls about 10 minutes ago when I had just mentioned that again? I do believe that so long as it doesn't break 6170 at the moment, that's going to continue. It's possibly doing the path of victory. Good. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. All right, and Cole's just broke pre-market high. That's an excellent sign. I have longs I in Pepsi, and it's up today. Generally speaking, it's up. Making progress. It's amazing when you get into shorts, the market's going down. You get into longs, and your longs are going up. It's like you're making twice as much money because things are working in both directions. Imagine the assist Pepsi's going to get on a good market day, and then of course that takes from your short side. But that's the beauty of the neutral hedging. Daniel, how many total positions are you in? I'm going to get into more longs today, and I'll let you guys know what I find because I need to balance up my long side, and I've got a little bit of money sitting on the table, which I love, definitely. And when you want to, and when any of your option positions get to pretty tasty points, certainly over 100% gains, roll them, and roll them. It just depends on your new outlook on it. Take a look at the chart, but roll them down to collect your profits, or roll them down and out to extend your play, putting you in a position to have not taken any profit, but to continue to gain should the thing continue to go down. So that's the decision you have to think about. Coal sank, yeah, but not to 6170. That's the current stop to stay within the path of victory. But yeah, it did sink after touching the very hot point of pre-market high. That can be expected. The VIX divergence is bearish right now. So even though the market's a little bit sideways, VIX says, no, I'm going down, I think. Let me get a little bit of a zoom up on that before I commit to that, what I just said. Yeah, that's true. VIX is bearishly diverged pretty strongly to the market. I'm going to end the morning stream pretty soon here. So if there's any further questions, please ask them. 16, great, Daniel. That's wonderful. But with the 16, realize that variance could hit you more. Like for instance, I have something like 40. I have like 20 on each side, you know? So variance irons out for me, you know? Maybe even 30 on each side would be even safer. But at 16, you might have a very bad day. And it's not you, just realize. Although, you know, you watch your positions, of course. But, you know, 1 out of 4 days, 1 out of 4, 25%. You know, because just think about it. What are the different ways that two directional bets can go? One, they can both go that way. That'd be superb. That double growth, a double gain day. The other thing is that they can go in the one direction, both, or the other, right? So that takes care of two others, right? And then the worst case scenario is they both contract. They both do the wrong thing. Both sides do the wrong thing, right? So theoretically speaking, that should happen 25% of the time. 1 out of every 4 days, you should have a coincidence where they both go against you that day. And you just got to be able to buckle up through those days. Now, those days could come at higher random frequencies due to variance if you have only 16 positions instead of 20, 30, 40, 50, or 60. 30 on each side would be 60. Look at DHR short. You bet, buddy. Don Danner, let's see. The point in which to short that would have been about 293. It's already gotten away from us, but your price target on it should be about 242, 240. You know, in the 240s. Once it gets into 240s, consider it mature. I don't know if I'll take that right there, you know. But yes, you can be a hero if you want. You be the hero, dude, on that one. You know, because I like, you know me, I like this. Look, you know, that's, I don't know, that seems a little safer for me. You like taking those risks, go for it. You took it at 280. Oh, good job. Let me take a look at that again. 280. Good. So you took it Friday or this morning. You got in at 280. Excellent. The entry on that could have been at the following. Actually, I think the ultimate price target on that is 200 in the two teens, 210, 220. Now that I'm looking at the chart. Here, I'll show you my analysis. How many of you, let's see, I got to stop the streams on YouTube and Twitch. This is going to be a members only moment here. Thank you guys over on YouTube and Twitch and Periscope. You guys are awesome. You know where to go to get legit with this shit. Click the link in the bio. Click the link in the stream. All right. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going members only for a moment here.